It's that time of year again where we go in search of the best of new British trails. You, the readers, have been voting for your favourite trails across the length and breadth of the UK in order to crown the MBR Trail of the Year Award 2019 in association with SRAM. From exquisitely crafted bike parks to breathtakingly epic single track, we're looking for trails that will put a smile on your face and make you want to ride them over and over again. And to keep things fair, we've split the awards into two categories: the best commercially built trail and the best volunteer built trail. In 2018, it was the Freeride Trail at Revolution Bike Park that took the commercial prize, and the devoted Queen Elizabeth Country Park Trail Collective that secured SRAM's £2,000 prize fund for their revamped Blue Trail. This year the competition was fierce, with some masterpieces of the Trailblazers art making the shortlist in the commercial category, such as the Atherton's new Diffie Bike Park, Bike Park Wales rebuilt Enter the Dragon line, and the new single track at Nancy Arion. But two trails really captured the lion's share of the public vote, and narrowly missing out on the win for the second year running was Revolution Bike Park and the incredible Vision line. And the winner? Well, we're just pulling up to it now. It's a bit of a cliche to say that cycling is the new golf, but in the case of Leeds Urban Bike Park, it's entirely accurate. Built on the site of a former golf course, this repurposed land backs onto a housing estate and is encircled by motorways. The man behind this innovative success story is Jeremy Hayes. For someone who's not been here before, what can they expect when they arrive?
You know, if you look at what there is here, we've got the small pump track, which is directly outside the cafe, which originally we thought young kids would ride that, parents could sit and have a coffee and watch them, and we could just look out the windows. And then obviously we built behind the pump track, we call it a BMX skills track. So it's something that you wouldn't get bored of, that you wouldn't just session for a while. You know, we've got the 4-man start gate. That's hopefully going to lead to a 4-cross track, which is going to go off from the first corner. We can do BMX racy sort of stuff, and people can do 4-cross. Plus you've got 2 lines around the whole track, so you can have a bit of fun on the tabletop. So that's what we try to make it fun and exciting. And then obviously we've got the easier sort of Blue Trail, which is quite nice and steady. And then obviously you go into the woods and you've got the more faster stuff coming up and all that sort of stuff. It's more vigorous. So hopefully there's something for everyone. Some of the things we've tried to do are quite sort of unique and different. And we had to challenge the trail builders. We built the stuff out the front here. We brought them in to do sort of various aspects, but we had to push them as well and say, look, this is what we really want. And they've risen to the challenge as well. Everyone's had a hand in this. So hopefully we can do the next phase eventually and push things on there and see how we go there, hopefully.
And what does it mean to you to win this award?
It's a big slap on the back to all the people that put the effort in here. From the girls and guys in the cafe, our coaches, the people that just from the community that helped us. It's a big thank you to them really, and our customers, and for everyone who's voted as well.
So once again, we're thrilled to have SRAM support our MBR Trail of the Year Awards, and I'm here with Alex from SRAM. Now, Al, why was it so important to be involved?
Yeah, Trail of the Year is something that we were super stoked to be part of last year, and this year again especially. For us it's about building community, building groups of people that are inspired to go riding, and it's the hard work and effort that the people, whether it's volunteers or commercial trail building, put into in the UK that just makes these amazing places for us to go ride, whether it's weekends, weekdays, with friends, with family. And if that's what's getting people motivated and getting people to bike in, then we're of course always excited to be part of that.
Yeah, and I guess the other aspect of it is that it inspires more people to get involved behind the scenes and create more great trails. And
yeah, I agree. The amount of work that the community and these groups and these clubs put into it is phenomenal. It truly is impressive. And I think what I'm super happy to be involved in is the work that MBR is doing and the work that these groups are doing to create the visibility and that awareness of how much effort is involved and the funding that's involved that goes a long way into creating these amazing locations for us to ride bikes. So, the more we do this, the more awareness there is, and the better and the more accelerated growth we'll get in mountain biking. So it's cool.
Leeds Urban Bike Park squeezes in between the concrete and steel of city development, creating an oasis of adventure among the urban sprawl. The winner of our best volunteer trail feels about as remote as it's possible to get. On the shortlist this year were some truly worthy groups. Inner Leithen's fledgling Tweed Valley Trail Association, the Dean Trail Volunteers, Cannock Chase and Oakwell Hall all made the cut. But emerging from the vote, head and shoulders above the rest, was the K-Line Trail, built by the Hamsterley Trailblazers. K-Line itself is just one section of the popular Red Trail, a 14-mile tour of the dense and almost claustrophobic plantation. And this, in turn, is just a small piece of the Trailblazers jigsaw, now extended to include a club, events and even a nearby BMX track. Chairman of this multifaceted group is Alex Talks. So Alex, congratulations on winning the MBR Trail of the Year award, and can you tell us a little bit about the Hamsterley Trailblazers and how it all came about?
The Trailblazers, we set up in 2003 kind of to formalise the trails that were here in Hamsterley in the first place. So we had an agreement with the Forestry Commission, as it was then, to start putting in a red trail, and we started funding from that point of view and raising money to build the sections, and there was 25 sections on our original plan. So we fundraised, and with lots of volunteers we started to build the trails. We then decided to generate a more of a sort of family ethos rather than just looking after trails. We wanted to get kids involved in the biking a bit more. So we began kids coaching with a very small group of children, about 8 or 9 kids, which has now grown into 90 or so turning up to each session. We've got somewhere in the region of 16, 17 coaches and leaders that turn up for that. And we are well into 20-something kilometres of trail here in the forest, and we're still going.
If people were to come here for the first time, what can they kind of expect from the trails in the forest?
So within the forest, on our official trail network, we don't yet have much in the way of a blue trail. We've got a terrific family green trail which goes all the way up and down the valley. It's a shared trail, but after that it's the red. But the red is all rollable. It's got some nice climbs in it, but you can push those if you need to. It's got a great mix of some very tight, swoopy single tracks, some big berms, the jump line you've been on today on K-Line. But then that is all rollable as well. It's built so that everyone can get something out of it. And then we've got our old black, which is some of the oldest trails in the forest. And that's getting a bit gnarly here and there. It's getting quite rocky and rutted, and from that point of view, loads of fun. It's got some big bomb holes in some of the sections. So there's a good mix.
And what does it mean to you, to the club, to win the award?
It is massive. We are absolutely thrilled to have won an award because we're a bunch of volunteers. We're passionate about biking. We're passionate about families riding and kids riding, and to get that recognition that, we're up there with the best and we've got that award is just amazing for us. We don't do what we do for awards, but it's nice to get that, and it puts us just that little bit more firmly on the map, I guess. It's got to be good for Hamsterley.
Well, it's well deserved, and congratulations, and I hope lots of people come and visit and ride it.
Thanks, Danny. I hope so too.
Hamsterley K-Line and Leeds Urban Bike Park are both worthy winners of the MBR Trail of the Year awards, but they're both much more than just good places to ride. These trails are being used to drive change, to grow the sport, to develop new riders, and also to keep experienced riders coming back for more. Both trails show that mountain biking and trail building in particular can be a catalyst for bigger and better things, bringing people together, giving a sense of purpose and rewarding efforts both on and off the bike. Time spent on the bike is precious, but time spent building new places to ride is equally worthwhile.